Based on my understanding, I will define worldview as a comprehensive framework or perspective through which individuals or group understand and also interpret the world.
And I will define a worldview as a personal identity, beliefs, values, and attitude about a reality.
Factors that have significantly influenced my personal worldview are cultural backgrounds, which are values and beliefs.
And I will define it as education. That education is divided into two. There is a formal and informal education. And informal education, it is where a child is being taught at home on how to behave. And the formal education, it is where a child sits down and listens to a teacher. And that is how the child could learn more things about the world and how to behave.
Values and beliefs. Cultural norms, values and beliefs shape our understanding of the world, and it also influences our abilities towards social issues. My cultural background could affect significantly influence how I design my lessons and interact with students.
It is going to include teaching learners to be critical thinkers, which could also help them to think critically and be able to grasp whatever knowledge that they are trying to teach them.
By incorporating diverse perspective, personalized approach, by understanding students' experiences and beliefs, which allows support, encouraging a more inclusive learning environment.
Which can also be useful to learners to be able to understand critically and be able to solve their problems using their own understanding.
Encouraging students to explore diverse viewpoints and perspective and promote critical thinking and adult understanding. Connecting learners to students' lives and also to teach them on how to participate in class.
My worldview will shape my teaching philosophy in classroom, which will be based on student-learner approach, which means that my learners will be flexible in such a way that they are going to participate more in the class, more than me as a teacher.
It can also be based on student-centered approach, whereby it will also encourage critical thinking, promoting understanding and flexibility into classroom. And that is very important because it will help learners to understand and also focuses more on creating teaching and learning fun.
Yes, flexibility, it is very important because it is going to help learners to participate more, to feel free. And I will also create a safe space for my learners so that they are going to be able to be able to speak in the classroom, and even including their personal issues, so that they are going to focus more in the class.
Empathy means understanding students, valuing diversity, and also promoting equity that can create a welcoming learning environment. And cultural limitations.
Cultural limitations are very also important because we have to understand that learners are not the same and they are coming from different backgrounds, and also their behaviors will not be the same. But the only thing that we can do is to help them to participate in the class and help them to understand each other. And you as a teacher also, you must be able to understand each of your learners so that you are going to teach them the right thing and teach them on how to behave so that your class is going to be running smoothly.
And another thing is that based on promoting critical thinking, when we're promoting critical thinking, that will encourage learners by understanding and analyzing that can foster deeper learning. As a teacher, I also see my role and responsibility, a lifelong learner, acknowledgement students.
Oh, that's good. And also, I also see me as a teacher, which I'm going to include a safe environment for my learners, which includes making real life examples in the class so that learners will be able to relate to these examples so that they are going to continue learning. And also, but the most important one is to create a safe space for your learners to feel free to speak to you as a teacher, and even on their personal issues that are bothering them, so that they are going to easily open their minds and focus in the classroom.
Or we can also use a cultural facilitator, whereby we'll be creating an inclusive environment where diverse perspective, and we can also use an inclusive educator, an inclusive educator whereby we'll be providing examples, creating a safe space, creator, and also a respectful classroom.
Oh, that's good. And also, teachers should implement the following strategies in helping other learners to develop their understanding about the worldview.
Oh, teachers can also develop a room whereby they will teach others on how the worldview has influenced teaching. So, and we can also encourage an open discussion.
Open discussion.
You know what I
That's
mean?
good.
Open discussion.
Good.
By creating a safe space for a respectful dialogue and debate. We can also use promoting diverse perspective, whereby we'll be incorporating many viewpoints and sources, whereby we'll be expanding students to talk about their understanding.
And also creating a modeling critical thinking.
Oh yes, you can also use a real world examples, whereby we'll be conducting academic content to a real life situation, whereby we're taking things from a real life situation and link it together with an academic content and scenarios and current events,
which is going to help our children to become more flexible in the class, and that will promote a very good participation in the class, and that will cause our learners to pass with flying colors.
Oh yes, and according to my understanding as a teacher, I see a worldview is it's good,
It's good, and
it promotes critical thinking, and it will shape our teaching as well.
And it's also going to help our learners, because as teachers we have to understand that our learners comes first.
Yes.
Our learners comes first, and their understanding also comes first. We have to do whatever it means to make our learners feel free and pass, and make sure that they understand what we are trying to teach them at every time.
Yes, and according to my knowledge, I see that a worldview will shape my teaching philosophy, and classroom practice,
which is going to be very good. So worldview is a very good thing, and it is going to be a very good thing to help our learners to participate more in the class and be able to think what is actually needed in the classroom.
And we will also get a chance to encourage our learners so that they will be able to understand analysis and foster deeper learning in classroom.
Yes, and also teaching, it is being centered between the teacher, the child, and also parents. I see it is very important to include parents in everything, because they have a right to know what is happening on their learners, so that they are going to help them, to encourage them to do the schoolwork.
And when I just remembered, you mentioned a student-centered approach, whereby it will also help to encourage critical thinking. It promotes critical thinking, and it will also promote understanding, and not understanding only, but it will also help on flexibly into classroom. So it is very important,
And that is also going to take us to be as a lifelong learners, teachers every time.
Yes, and we can also use this thing of empathy.
Empathy, yes.
So whereby we'll be understanding students, valuing diversity, and we'll be also promoting equity.
Yes. Thank you for your time. Thank you.